Okay, I think we need to find this box, find the contents of it. That might give us an idea of what we're dealing with. It's a strong man. Possibly for what was in the box. Now, whatever was in the box must be something he didn't want his wife to find. Assumably. Oh, and yes, this does kind of eradicate my thought that it might have been the wife because she was unhappy with being married to him. Because I don't think there's any way she could have done it herself. If it was so valuable and something he didn't mind her knowing about, it would be in the house. It's better protected there. Right, we need to check these boots against this. A little bit more work, Lestrade. Too small.
These boots don't match the footprints.
You wouldn't have put it down that fast, mate. You could have got told that before. Right, so someone else was there. Is what we know. That's what we know, so we can't interact with this anymore. So there was another person here who didn't walk on the path. So he came back drunk. That's what Mrs. Carey said, I believe. Dialogue. It's quite close to the bottom. Well, Peter got drunk that evening with such a terrible temper. No. But it seems like he got drunk, came down, met someone. He walked on the path, and whoever his comrade was walked beside him. And they came in. They got drunk together. It's that second glass. It might be completely irrelevant that there's two glasses, but it seems rather important. We must talk with Lestrade about this ambush.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
He's going to try again.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Why are they trying to break in? Right. Okay, why are they trying to break in? Except maybe to get rid of the evidence. The sea logs? The ship's logs might be of interest. Maybe there's another person. Maybe someone else came in, took the box. Let's go and ask Mrs. Carey. She may have grabbed the box thinking it might have had something valuable in it. So that it was safe from whoever did kill Peter. But in that regard, why not, if it's so important, why not just take it in the first place? I'll ask Mrs. Carey. Mrs. Carey, however you pronounce it. I'll go with Carey. Did Peter smoke? Because we are just assuming PC could be him, but if he doesn't smoke...
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
And it had tobacco in it. Okay, so it's not his pouch. Which builds up on the theory of the second person being there, who was also a sailor, possibly was someone on the Sea Unicorn. It might be good to try and find out if there are any records that we have back at Baker Street as to whether there's another person called with the initials PC who was on the Sea Unicorn. Okay, do you know where his private papers were?
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
They may have been in the
There was
chest.
a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank
Ding.
you, madam.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Someone was after the private papers for some reason. What kind of papers would they be, is the question. Wills? No, I don't think that would be overly relevant, would it? Why? I don't know.
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
Oh, just a little loading or saving or some such. Here. Hiding place. Examine. Yes. Okay. Here we can see what's going on around there. I'd rather it be somewhere kind of here-ish. Whoever it is assumably going to try and come down the path, which might be what they were doing before. Which might be what these footprints are, actually. Is someone trying to... is the person coming to break in. So they're not going to be coming from here. So if we were to hide in these bushes, we'd have a good shot, a good idea of what's going on down there and what's going on over here. See someone coming in. Over here, all we can see is that door.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
I disagree. Some evidence requires additional investigation. Books. So that's the encyclopedia and stuff. The beaker. That's the. Is that a beaker? No, that's a flask, isn't it? So that'll be the analysis table, and then the cog would be combining it with some other evidence. Okay. Right. But yeah, I mean, if we find out about the unicorns or PC, if there are other PCs there. What can you see? This is a rubbish hiding place.
Shh. Did you hear that?
Someone's trying to break in.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
So that you get shot first.
Hold it right there. All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Then why did you break in?
Innocence? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey. But we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't.
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
The notebook.
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't.
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not. It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But
in light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
I don't think he did it.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
I don't think he did it. He probably wouldn't be strong enough. Right. While it's loading, I'm just going to close the curtains because they're quite bright and glaring. Well, the sun is through the windows. We have this thing in Britain, apparently. Every so often, the sun appears. It's very rare. And once again, the sun is hidden. Right. We just got to keep investigating. Right, so we're heading to Scotland Yard. That's the plan. Right, so okay, we haven't got any more evidence that combines with anything, apparently. Because we've spoken about everything. Are there any PCs in this notebook? No. So so Peter Carey isn't one of these abbreviations. But why was he there is the issue. No documents. Yeah. John Hopley Nelligan. So it's his notebook. JHN. No. Right. Yeah, it's one of those things where he's connected somehow, but we need to work out how, because I don't think he did it. Continue. I'm fairly sure he didn't. He isn't the one to do it. Right.
Mr. Holmes?
Constable.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we'll head to the evidence room first. Because we can always...
Mr. Holmes?
Constable. We can always... the evidence room, yeah. We can always examine... We can always go back and talk to him about other things, rather than... we can always kind of fiddle with the evidence and kind of change our... well, not fiddle with the evidence, but in our notepad, in this thing, we can try and think about how they interact, whereas we can talk to him, come back, and then have to go and talk to him again.
These
So,
are the suspect's belongings.
so the notebook again.
Found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These
Abbreviations, yes.
mean something, but what?
I don't know. A ring. What does it say? From R. Dawson to my friend and partner, 1883. Who's R. Dawson?
R. Dawson.
So we need to find someone called R. Dawson.
A
Handkerchief.
with the initials J.H.N.
And a pocket knife.
Pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
There's not much else we can do. So we're going to be coming back anyway. Oop. So, yeah, okay, so why? Why is this? Why am I picking this up again? Right, I think we've got everything we can from here. We're going to be looking back at that notepad, I think, once we find out what the abbreviations stand for. This is the interrogation room. This is the morgue. I'm guessing he's not there. Where's the interrogation room? Where's the interrogation room then? Oh, is it through here? It's possible. Let's go into the room. Mr. Nelligan. Can I sit down? Right, we're going to ask him. Oh no, let's see what we can see about him. Right, so... Shabby cap, so he's not well off. Might be a motive. Patches. Can't buy new clothes, has to repair the old. But expensive fabric, so he used to be well off. Now on harder times. Elaborate buttons, goes with the idea that this is a long thing. Calluses. Having to take on harder labour than he's probably used to. Scars, injuring to his hands. So he's fallen on harder times, having to take on jobs he probably wouldn't want to. Thin neck. I don't think he's the strong kind of person who would be able to do this. And we've missed something, have we? Anything else on the hands? No. Ooh, the wrist. And short sleeves. So these are old. So these are old clothes. Very expensive, so they used to be. So they were probably used to be very, very much in fashion. But now he's got to buy. He only has the shabby cap. He's had to patch up these clothes as he can't afford new clothes. Hence the short sleeves. He's fallen on hard times, having to do kind of manual-ish labour with the scars and the calluses. Thin neck. I don't think so, which kind of implies I don't know, maybe not weakness, but not the kind of musculature and strength you'd expect of a man who could put a harpoon through someone and lodge him in the door. Let's ask about the notebook.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
No, I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
Worse than a hanging.
We'll find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
I would like to point out, worse than a hanging. Because currently, they're fitting you up for a murder charge. That at this point in history, that's a hanging. So he's an idiot as much as anything else. Why? He's lying, obviously. He's like, oh, I thought I dropped it at the hotel. Why did you go to the cabin? That's the important question. Right, okay, ask about the knife.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Then why were you at the cabin?
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please let...
Oops. What's he saying? Yeah, I know. Please let me go. Oh, we've lost it now. Oh well. See what we can deduct. Right, so... Swift actions. Peter Carey was armed with a knife but didn't have time to use it. Right, so pinned to the wall. Which implies... Experiment required. You need to find out whether an unskilled and untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to kill by fully piercing a body. I'd be surprised if they could.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Watson, I'm going to try and stab you with a harpoon. Right. Peter Carey, a non-smoker. Okay, they don't go together. I was thinking that would be someone else came in. We know those don't go together. I'm just trying to work this out. Right, missing tin box. Not sure how they connect. Belongs to Nelligan. I don't think he's strong enough to do it. Is what I thought would be that. Right, no gardener. He says he doesn't think that's feasible. Why? Okay, we know that they don't go together, so that's silly. Pinned to the wall. I can't really think of what else goes in. Right, break-in attempts with Nelligan's notebook. So, the break-in attempt was made in order to recover the notebook. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. I'm not so sure that it does. I think they were there, or certainly their notebook was there. It could have been. He says it was in a hotel, so maybe it could have been picked up by someone who was in the hotel. Maybe a few other things we can connect up. Space. Right. Missing tin box. And the break-in attempts. Oh no, surely they're not connected? Peter Carey had forbidden anyone from touching it. Right. No gardener. No, I don't think there's anything else I can... Right, no gardener. I've already linked up to those. Does it link to pin to the wall? No. The missing tin box? No, it doesn't link up. Pin to the wall. No, non-smoker. Oh. Ah. No, I was thinking maybe... No, okay, we know Nelligan broke in. How does he... But, I mean, yeah. How didn't he know if he had the notebook or not? Missing tin box. Oops. No, I don't think we've got any more links here, have we? So we got break-in attempt. Right, Peter Carey, a non-smoker. But he could have been smoking in there. No, I don't think there's anything else that I can see there. But we need to do this experiment, so we need to go and talk to Watson. Wonder if we can have another look at his...
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Right, you broke into someone's cabin. At the very least, that's what you... At the very least, you're going to get breaking and entering. And if you're lucky... unless you're... Can we go to the morgue? Can we have a look at the... Has the body been moved here? Can we look at it? No, but there's another room we can come into. I'm guessing this will be important later, and if not later in this, later in others, in other cases. Right. Let's have another look at the evidence. R. Dawson.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Is there an RD? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Take So I can't actually take it. Yeah, our Dawson.